In the middle of what should have been a perfectly polished Oval Office photo op, something unexpected dropped harder than a poll number. An 11-year-old girl. Right there, in front of flashing cameras, presidential statements, and the freshly sworn-in Mehmet Oz, a child fainted. The White House immediately snapped into lockdown mode. Reporters were shoved out. Cameras were silenced. "No photos," barked a staffer. The chaos, instant. The cover-up, faster. The girl, identified later as Oz's granddaughter, hit the floor just as the ceremony turned into a press free-for-all. Trump had just finished hyping up Oz's appointment as the new head honcho of Medicare and Medicaid. The timing, too perfect. The reaction, way too controlled. Jordan here with True Story, and this isn't just about a kid fainting. This is about what power looks like when the cameras are on, and what panic looks like when they're not. Trump, to his credit, walked over to check on the girl. But within seconds, the press was exiled from the room like it was a crime scene. And maybe in a way, it was. Not because of what happened, but because of how quickly it disappeared. Let's unpack this. Mehmet Oz, yes, that doctor, Oz, is now steering a $1.7 trillion health behemoth serving over 160 million Americans. And his swearing in? Administered by none other than Robert F. Kennedy Jr., a wellness TV doctor and a political wild card walk into the Oval Office. Sounds like the start of a joke, right? But here's where it gets uncomfortable. An 11-year-old collapses in a room full of some of the most powerful people in the country, and instead of transparency, we get forced exits and silence. Now Oz says he's here to make America healthy again. And sure, that slogan sounds cute until you remember the CMS is responsible for the literal lifeline of millions of seniors, disabled individuals, and low-income families. One misstep, and people don't just suffer, they die. But hey, he thanked Trump and Kennedy, said, "America is too great for small dreams," and declared he's ready to roll. Sounds inspiring, until you realize no one's talking about the elephant, or rather the fainted kid, in the room. Why does this matter? Because symbols matter. Optics matter. And when a child drops in the middle of a carefully choreographed political moment, the instinct to hide it instead of own it says more than any press release ever could. This isn't just a story about a ceremony gone sideways. It's about what happens when PR clashes with reality, when real life messes up the script, and power moves to erase the blooper. That's where the real story lives, and True Story always finds it.